Some of you guys need to understand, if you want to be a champion, if you want to be a champion in life, let me tell you a story. I used to play basketball in high school, and there was a game that we really wanted to win. It was against our rivals, and we lost the game. There's a lot of bad calls. I fouled out the fucking game. Because I ball hard. I was hacking, but they didn't call none of the fouls on the team. They won, and after the loss, the coach was like, "Yo, what happened out there, man? What happened?" And I was like, "Yo, coach, you saw how it is. They was calling the fouls on me. They wasn't calling none of the fouls on other dude." I'm just trying to justify the failure. And he looked at me, kind of like shook his head. He said, "Nah, man, you didn't lose because of the bad calls. You didn't lose because of the refs. You lost because it wasn't good enough." I'm like, yo, what are you talking about, man? You saw what happened out there. And he was like, "Nah, man, you trying to tell me that you can only win if circumstances are perfect? You can only win if everything goes your way? It's never going to only go your way. That's not how the game works. That's not how fucking life works." He said, "You got to be able to win no matter what happens out there. If you get all bad calls, they don't call none of the calls on the other team. If they call all calls on you, and even some that weren't like just bad calls, you need to be able to win regardless. It's always because you weren't good enough, not because of the circumstances." And that kind of stuck with me. It's something a lot of y'all need to learn. Just because when I read the comments, everyone says, "Yo, I got this going on, or I got that going on, I got school or work," and I'm like, "Yeah, man, you got those things, but if you still ain't winning, you're just not good enough. You're not good enough to win under those circumstances." That's how you need to reframe it. You can't, because then it takes away the victim mentality. You got to get out of that. You're not a victim. It's not the circumstances. Things aren't happening to you. You need to go out and happen to shit. Go out and happen to things. You need to be the cause. All right? So you need to be, if you don't win, if you lose, no matter what, somebody has more advantage than you. Someone cheated, right? Someone's got more connections, more money, they look better, they rich, whatever it is. You need to be good enough to beat them no matter what. Like our supplement company, Grow Laboratories. We're not big enough or have enough money to really compete with Muscle Farm or any of these other companies that are doing proprietary blends and stuff, right? But we don't make that's not an excuse. We don't sit back and cry about it. We say, all right, how can we be good enough to still win, even though these guys are spending millions of dollars to get customers and we spend zero? How do we still win? All right, there's stuff we can do. We can't do what they do. But the stuff we can do, we can respond to emails. I talk to people on Snapchat. If you send me a snap, I'll fucking talk to them. I talk to motherfuckers on Instagram. I talk to motherfuckers, I answer DMs, all the shit. So we do everything we can do. Don't let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can do. You know what I'm saying? We can't do what they do, but there's a lot that we can do. So we still go hard. We don't make excuses. That's how you guys got to do it in your life. Somebody else has more advantage than you, and you can't afford a gym membership. You got to be good enough to win under any circumstances. If you take that frame, only then can you be a champion. Because if you're always crying about some shit, there's always going to be something to cry about. There's always going to be circumstances that aren't ideal. There's always going to be something you can complain about. And you have to have the frame like, yo, fuck that. I'm going to get mine regardless. I believe it was a great philosopher, Marshawn Lynch, who said, anybody can get got, but I'm going to get mine more than I get got, though. You got to get yours more than you get got, though. Stop complaining, stop crying. Be good enough to win no matter what happens. Nigga.